Why goal setting doesn't work. What are you talking about? Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why goal setting doesn't work, but I'm also going to show you why it works. So look, on the screen here, behind me here, you'll see why goal setting doesn't work. What are goals? Look, we're going to talk about the fact that you are goal orientated. We all are. I know you just told me goal setting doesn't work. Well, it works for the things that really aren't that important for most of us. When it comes to advancing and achieving in the areas of our life that matter most of us are just failures. We haven't managed to get the result that we want. It's like twist on failure, because what I'd like you to do on the back of this video is to no longer see failure as failure like you're bad or you can't do it. I want you to see it like it's not yet. I'm not there yet. So we really need to look at where do you want to be in the big three areas that most people are interested in improving in their life. If I could wave a magic wand and give you the result that you wanted in your life, we'd probably see that you're interested in three areas, right? Your health and your energy, your relationships with the people that matter most to you, and your wealth and your work. These are the areas that most people would like to advance. This is what we need to just look at. We need to really look at, are your goals connected more to your past in terms of your past form, your past results, or are your goals connected to where it is that you're going? We know there are gaps, right? Gaps, but you're watching this because there's a gap. There's something you want to learn. There's something you want to do. There's a place that you want to go. There's a future out there for you. But it's a question of who are you committed to becoming? So when you leave this life, maybe you've achieved some of the things that are really, really important to you. Now, if you look on the screen here, you'll see that what it says is human beings are works in progress who mistakenly think they're finished. Now, what does that actually mean? Well, I think it's really fascinating because a lot of us are not really focused on the future. Most of us are just focused on where we are. I was involved with some studies many years ago where we put people in these machines that looked at brain activity, and we asked them a few questions. You can imagine this if you want. We said, think of yourself. And we saw a part of the brain light up. Then we said, think of a stranger. We saw another part of the brain light up. Then we said, think of yourself in the future. What part of the brain would light up for you? Well, for about 80% of the people that were involved in this study, the part of the brain that lit up for the stranger lit up. So what does that mean? It means most of us have no idea of where we're going. No idea. We're just kind of trying to get by. Yet, the greatest thing we can do is to achieve. The greatest thing we can do is advance. Why? Because everything we do is for a goal. Everything. We are what the Greeks called teleological. What does that mean? We need targets. Everything we do is for an end, an aim, or an outcome. Think about it when you woke up yesterday. How many things did you do that you did because there was an end? I mean, look, the most obvious one is go to sleep. There's an end to the sleep. The goal is to wake up and carry on with the next day. Then you go to the toilet. There's an outcome there. There's an end there. There's a target there. Most of us sacrifice achieving big things for achieving lots of little things that never really get us anywhere. If you look on the screen here, what you'll see right now is anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough. Read that again. Just read it once more, right? Anyone who isn't embarrassed of who they were last year probably isn't learning enough. What does that mean? Well, I know this sounds a bit heavy, but we're only here to do one thing, right? To grow, to advance, to get better. Say it with me. To grow, to advance, to get better. If you can't look back and realize that you are in a better place than where you were, you're not advancing, you're not growing. So are you ready? Are you up for the challenge? Are you really up for the challenge of creating a compelling future, of going from where you are to where you want to be? So these are some of the things that I often say to people. Look, I say, your future is unwritten and you have the power to change. But the reason goal setting doesn't work for people is that people don't think of their future being unwritten. They don't think about, okay, today I'm writing my future. Most people just think today is today, and today is similar to yesterday, and there's a part of your brain that wants you to stay where you are because it thinks that's where you're supposed to be. So are you ready to think about a possible future. If you just look at the slides again right now and see here, there's nothing noble and being superior to your fellow man. True nobility is being superior to your former self. So, do you want to be a better version of yourself? Take a moment right now and think all over the world, how many people are there that are comparing themselves to other people? How about if you could compare yourself to your former self? Take a moment to think about how far you've actually come in your life. Are you the same person that you were 5 years ago? Do you have your hair the same way that you do? I certainly don't. Well, actually I do, but go back 20 years. Are there people that you used to hang out with? Are there places you used to go? Clothes you used to wear? Programs you used to watch? You wouldn't do that anymore. You have advanced. And some of that was a conscious choice, some of it wasn't. I dare you to consciously go out and create a better future for yourself. As they say in Star Trek, to boldly go where no man has gone before. And if you look on the screen now, go here, go to goals.mi365.me. We have created an amazing free assessment. First, you can watch a training for 11 minutes, literally, that goes into what is the science behind goals. We show you some great stories of people who have had great success, and then you will get access to my free goal setting assessment. That will show you exactly why you've struggled in the past. It will show you how likely you are to achieve your goals and the areas in your life that you truly need to focus on. So what sort of future do you want for yourself? What is the future that you would actually really like to go after? Who is it that you want to become? We know that your past is over, right? But if we're not careful, your past will be in your future. What got you here is not going to get you there. I promise you, what got you here is not going to get you there. It's going to need something different, something more advanced. You have that ability. So what was or what is your biggest takeaway from what I've said? Look, if you're going to advance and change your life, I'm not here to tell you that it's going to be easy, but it's going to be a lot easier where you decide that you're going forwards, that you want to create a better version of yourself. And the tool I've just talked about, goals.mi365, will seriously help you work out exactly where you are, where you're going, the likelihood of being able to get there, and some specific steps to help you along the way. I want to thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you on one of our next YouTube videos. Goodbye.